The top 10 news on dairy herd is on the impact of heat stress on livestock and the need for adapting food systems to improve animal welfare. Loss could potentially exceed 36 billion euros by end of the century. The top 9 news on dairy herd is from the biggest animal fair of the season in Wisconsin, USA. Hundreds of youth exhibited their projects from clothing to dairy calves. At the top 8 spot is news from Afghanistan, where Food and Agriculture Organization has published an impact report on emergencies of the cold wave on livestock. With loss of large number of livestock ranging from 70,000 to 2 lakhs, Afghanistan is in a state of acute food insecurity or emergency IPC phase 3 or 4. At the top 7 spot is news from India, where the Uttar Pradesh government is going to shut up milk producing cooperative panels across UP under the Swadeshi Cow scheme. A grant of rupees 40,000 max will be given for purchasing indigenous breeds of cattle from other states. At the top 6 spot is news from Wales in UK, where Pembrokeshire milk producer Scott Robinson is adapting a system to return herd size and meet nitrate limits. He has introduced a flying herd system, buying in heifer replacements instead of rearing his own in his farm. This gives him a bit more flexibility on cow numbers. At the top 5 is news from US, where at the South Dakota US livestock auction market, lower cattle supply and stronger demand for beef is seeing cattle prices upward of $1,600 per head this fall. Rising input cost is still making profit elusive to farmers. At the top 4 is news from UK, where the Agriculture and Horticulture Development Board has 4 breeding traits as indicators to optimize feed costs. These traits are feed advantage, maintenance, lifespan, and Enbrock cow feed conversion efficiency. The top 3 is news from USA, where researchers from the School of Veterinary Medicine, Pennsylvania, have identified attributes of low methane emitting dairy cows that could be used as targets for selective breeding. The cows tend to be smaller and house different microbial communities. The top 2 dairy herd news is from USA, where the Federation of American Scientists has proposed US Department of Agriculture Research and Innovation program of $82 million per year to develop climate-smart cattle that are more productive, address greenhouse gas emissions, and harvesting nitrate solutions. This could reduce US greenhouse gas footprint by 3. The top 1 dairy herd news this week is from USA, where the University of Colorado Boulder has predicted that the number of farms globally will shrink in half as the average existing farm